Hey.
Alright y'all, so I just got done watching through the Hornets versus Heat preseason game from Tuesday night, and boy am I just so happy to see LaMelo Ball healthy and back on an NBA basketball court playing basketball again. He's just such an exciting and intriguing player because it truly feels like whenever the ball is in his hands, anything can happen. Plus, it's just been so long since we've seen a healthy LaMelo Ball because of the ankle injuries from the past 2 seasons, but he's finally wearing the ankle braces. They don't seem to be bothering him so far throughout these first 2 preseason games. And before we dig into the actual tape, just let me remind y'all, for those who might have forgotten, LaMelo Ball, the last time he had a healthy full season, was an all-star. So I would very much like to see him get back to that level and hopefully even further as the season progresses. Anyway, part of what makes LaMelo Ball such a special player, one facet of that is his shooting ability. I don't think he's found a shot that he doesn't like. He will shoot it from anywhere inside of the half-court range. And not only does he get up a lot of threes, but he hits them at a pretty solid rate, just considering, again, the high volume of 3-point attempts that he does take. Plus, he can hurt you as a catch-and-shoot 3-point shooter, as well as being able to pull up really quickly with that lightning quick, awkward release that a lot of people don't like, but I'm actually a really big fan of it. It does look goofy, but the fact that he's able to have such a quick release with that jumper, it gives him a really good shot fake as well, which can lead to plays like this, where because he extends his range out so much, defenses have to accommodate for that, and it makes it that much easier for him to pump fake and get by his defender and create opportunities for his teammates. And speaking of creating opportunities for his teammates, obviously the big highlight reel aspect of LaMelo Ball's game is his passing. As the season goes on, I definitely think he will re-enter that top tier of just playmakers in general in the entire NBA. I think people have forgotten how special and unique he is in this facet of the game. Not only is he excellent in the pick and roll with, passing out of traps, drawing 2 defenders, hitting his roll man, but he'll also just rifle off really nice passes and transition, nice skip passes. Even in this game had one really nice no look to Nick Richards on the roll. In the past, he has peaked for one full season at 8.4 assists per game. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he starts hitting double digits, especially with the increase in talent around him on this team. Playmaking should be on full display. Again, it's just going to be insanely fun to watch. And then when it comes to the other side of the ball, on the other end of the court, I just feel like this whole LaMelo sucks at defense narrative needs to be put to rest. It was a fun little joke at first for his first couple of seasons, but he actually looks like a very willing defender at this point in his career. He's by no means a lockdown or all-defensive guy, but he is definitely good enough to not be bad or be labeled as, someone that you can attack on every single possession. I feel like people forget that LaMelo is like 6'6", has a pretty solid frame, and is just very athletic. So he's not exactly a mismatch, especially when he is actually trying and putting in the effort. Specifically, he has really good hands, especially in on-ball defensive scenarios, really good at poking the ball away, getting his hands on the ball. He had one possession where he forced a jump ball on the drive. And like I said, the IQ just continues to grow. There's one possession in this game that I really liked where he was in help defense and someone else's man got open off of a ball screen. Without even thinking, he just instantly switched onto the ball handler, ditched his man, and rotated perfectly. And from that point on, played really good defense to end the possession with a miss. And outside the defense, the other really big complaint with LaMelo Ball so far in his career is that as good as he is as a threat beyond the 3-point line, once he got inside the 3-point line, he was nowhere near as effective as a scorer, especially at the rim. But in this game alone specifically, he was pretty solid in that area. Very, very small sample size, as I only had like 2 plays to pull from. but had one possession where he drove to the rim, got fouled, got to the free throw line, which I always love to see. Very easy way to get easy points. And then he had one other drive later in the game where he had a really tough and one where he finished through contact. So again, really small sample size, but if this is something that he can consistently keep on doing, that is going to be huge for his game, adding the threat of being a guy that can get rim pressure and score at the rim instead of just being someone that jacks threes and you could overplay. And again, all of that to say that he's becoming much more well-rounded on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to scoring. So yeah, if I haven't made it clear already, I am all in on LaMelo Ball this year. Hopefully the ankles can stay healthy and he can put together a really nice campaign, because if he's healthy and he doesn't make at least the All-Star team this year, I'll be protesting in the streets. I think he has a chance to very quickly climb up the ranks of my favorite players in the NBA. Again, just because he is so unique and has such a great IQ for the game of basketball, that he's just, again, so exciting to watch every game he plays. And before we end the video, I did just want to give a quick shout out to a couple of the other Hornets players who have been hooping in the preseason. Trey Mann, love him, just such a cool hooper aesthetically. Rocking the baggy jersey and the headband. He's been talking about how Allen Iverson's been very influential in his getup and play style to start the season. And Trey Mann is going to have an insane scoring mixtape to be made by the end of the season. I mean, hell, even just from this one game alone, there are a bunch of clips where he is just absolutely saucing defenders up and getting buckets, and it is super fun to watch. And then another shout out to rookie Tajan Salan. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he has been a favorite over on NBA Twitter so far this season. He's a big man, was drafted, I believe, in the first round by the Hornets in this most recent draft. And he's been knocking down threes, and that's kind of about it. But he's looking good, and the Hornets fans are seeming to love it. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. As always, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things, and I will see y'all in the next one.